Welcome to the House of Maths. Today I'm looking at trig identities, in particular trig identities that are going to be useful for GCSE maths. Now, how do we get these trig identities? Well, you can find them from what I'm calling here is the unit circle. It's called a unit circle because it's going to have a radius of 1 unit. Okay, so here's my circle with radius 1 unit. And in it, I'm just going to put a radius going out like this. And I'm going to put 1 next to it because it's 1 unit long. I'm going to drop perpendicular down here to create a right angle triangle. And I'm going to call this angle theta. Okay, so what we can say about this triangle, I could say cos theta equals, now I need to label this side here because it's on the x-axis of this coordinate grid. I'm just going to call that length, this base length, x, and I'll call that length up there y. So cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, so x over 1. So you can just say that x equals cos theta. X over 1 is just x. Okay, and if I look at this side here, y, I could say that sine theta equals y over 1, opposite over hypotenuse. So I could say y equals sine theta. So these two sides that I've labelled x and y, I could have called x cos theta, that would be fine. We've proved that here. And we could call y sine theta. Proved that here. Okay, so what use is this? Well, if we want to find, for example, tan theta, we know from SOHCAHTOA it's the opposite over adjacent. Well, the opposite is sine theta, and the adjacent is cos theta. So tan theta, sine theta over cos theta. So that's a useful identity. So we write that tan theta, and we put 3 lines. That indicates it's an identity. It's sine theta over cos theta. So what does an identity mean? It basically means that for whatever value of theta we put in, this identity is still going to work. Okay, it's not just one value, it's any value of theta, and that identity will hold true. So that's one identity we can get from this. Notice also here we've got a right angle triangle, as I said earlier, and we could apply Pythagoras to this triangle. So Pythagoras, if you remember, says a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is the longer side, so that's that side there. So this side squared plus this side squared equals the hypotenuse squared. Well, let's write this in terms of cos and sine as we've got here. So that side squared plus that side squared is going to be cos squared theta plus sine squared theta equals the hypotenuse squared. Well, 1 squared is 1. Okay, so we've got another identity there. And again, all you would do to show that is cos squared theta plus sine squared theta, and 3 lines equals 1. So that is an identity that crops up quite a bit in trigonometry. So you've got 2 identities there, this one and this one. And as I say, you quite often need those to solve trig questions. Well, I hope you liked that tutorial. If you did, remember, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.